All right, so then the other question, right? Well, what if you're in college, you know what I mean, and you're trying to, make it to the next level? Like, for example, if you're like a Juco or a D2 or whatever it is, right? And you're trying to make it to the next step, right? Um, One of the things I will say, and this kind of is a lesson, more rather, but I've heard of guys like, for example, Juco, that get offered off their practice tape and even their JV film, right? So that kind of sounds like unorthodox if you really think about it. Luckily, like some of the athletes we've trained, like they are the starter for the team, so they don't really have to rely on practice and JV film. They can rely on their actual game film from when they are the starter. But that said, that just goes to show like how important the weekly preparation is in practice for these athletes, right? And so, I would almost say like, these all these high school kids, right? I keep coming back to high school, but that is just the main demographic, right? So high school guys that are like out of season, like when they're not in season, like when they're still trying to be active on Twitter and get attention and stuff like that, they are like posting like clips of like their training, or they go to a camp and they post camp highlights or whatever. That's fine. Do those things, but also keep in mind, like if your team like records your practice tape, that is content that you can take and post out of season, right? To continue to get more attention and see more people. Look, if you can get more film of you in pads, it's just going to look better to a coach. You know what I mean? I mean, it's plain and simple, right? They just want to see guys that can make plays, right? They want to see good athletes.